Ladies and gentlemen, now just when you sat here thinking there's no way the global devs could get any worse, they surpass their limits, they go beyond, they plus ultra and make yet another shitty decision that fucks over the people trying to play this game and have a good time, man. I'm so disappointed. Like, I just woke up for a nap, man. I got up at like 4 a.m. this morning, summoned on Endeavor. I really enjoyed like the first gameplay video, but I woke up to find out about the changes to Endeavor from the Taiwanese version. Did a little bit more testing, man, and now I really realize how significant these changes are. This, man, in terms of its survivability for any fight that's over like 45 to 60 seconds, has been absolutely nuked. And when it comes to the big endgame stuff like high tier level 60 co-op, if we're looking at floors 10 and above, and some of the bigger stuff in mock contests, man, this completely shatters his viability, because you need to play between like the 20 to 40% region, which makes him very, very vulnerable to get absolutely murked. So I'm going to explain these changes and basically the significance of them, and just basically show you exactly what is different on the global version from the Taiwanese version. So the whole concept of Endeavor is you want to overheat to get like massive additional damage, so you get like a huge attack bonus, and also it kind of empowers your abilities as well. We're going to pick up our spear here, and we're going to charge our heat to full. So you can see like down at the bottom there's like this warning flashing sign, plus if you look at Endeavor himself, he's also taking a percentage of his maximum health every half a second as well, so you can see our health is going down. Now usually the plan is use the special when you feel like you're going to be a little bit vulnerable. That gives you a shield to absorb a little bit of damage maybe from the opponent or your decay, and then at the end of that then you heal up a little bit, I believe based on the damage taken. And then what happens is when you get like really low and you're like worried about your life, you press Q to drop the spear, and on the Taiwanese version that actually gives you a full heal, so it fully tops you up, and I'll show you the difference. But on the global version it only heals you for 20%. So here we're going to dump Q. You can see the heal here is very, very small. It's about 5,000 there, just under 6,000. But if we have a look at the heal on the Taiwanese version, if you drop the spear on Endeavor, and this is like what makes him just god tier immortal in PvE, you get fully topped up. Look at that, man, that's like a 58,000 heal there. And just to show you the text difference as well between the two abilities, a mad love to a Twitch streamer called Junior and Chill. Very knowledgeable player, very cool guy, man. Definitely suggest checking out his Twitch streams at some point as well. So yeah, this is the global version. So every 10% reduction of temperature restores 2% health overall. So you got the 1% plus 1% bonus there. So that's the global version. But on the Taiwanese version, the text is 2% plus 20%. So again, this is literally like 10 times better on the Taiwanese version, no exaggeration. So every single time you activate the the lance stump to cool off your temperature, it like fully tops you up, so you have that healing, the sustainability, the survivability, but you don't have that on the global version. So you're stuck playing between like this 40 to 20% region, and if you're fighting some of the big chunky bosses in like, you know, mock contests, some difficult endgame content, high tier co-op, the really challenging stuff in this game, playing between the 20 and 40% region is like, it's suicide, man. It's so incredibly risky. So yeah, it just means like in comparison to like All Might, who has like no risk, man. All Might is a very, very safe character, and Ida as well, who has about like triple to 5 times the single target damage output. It just means that Endeavor is really, really high risk, but he doesn't have the high reward of other characters. So it just means his design like doesn't really make that much sense. Like playing Endeavor, the damage is really, really good, but it's not good enough or like so overpowered that it warrants the character being constantly at 20 to 40% health. That is a very, very risky region. And just to show you like how lethal this region is, I'll go into like a mock contest battle and show you against a really, really difficult opponent here. Like, how this just makes him, like, unviable for content. So I'm not even going to do, like, Division 3. We'll go Division 2 here, and we'll go for the final boss. So this fight is the Fishman fight, and he's probably, like, one of the most annoying opponents, especially when he scales up even further. So we're going to start off by, like, charging our temperature up here, and then we're going to chuck off the lance. Again, Endeavor does have, like, quite a few attacks that leave him, like, very vulnerable and open to quick abilities from the opponents as well, and that's one of the reasons he kind of like needs that full heal, is there's like a lot of like very open periods in playing Endeavor. So you can see now that we're overheated, we're taking like a pretty constant stream of damage, and once we get a little bit lower as well, what we're going to do is activate the special, get the shield there. So again, this does give you a little bit more survivability, but the whole concept of Endeavor on the Taiwanese version is you kind of use that shield when you're low to cover yourself, but then we fire off Q, you can see the heal. Like, we're still in a super, super vulnerable position where like one or two mistimed attacks can just absolutely wreck us. And for like this additional level of attention and management, the damage is just like, it's not like absolutely... You know, it doesn't warrant him being at like 20 to 40% for the rest of the fight, man. Okay, right, let's chuck this off. We need to collect the spear again. Let's go for this. Start murking in. And again, we've got our shield back off cooldown here. But still, as we saw like toward the start of the fight, it's a super, super risky place to play at, man. So yeah, I just don't see why they made like such a substantial change as well. It's like such a massive change in comparison to the Taiwanese version, and I think to not announce that they were making some really significant changes to Endeavor, knowing that about 50% of the content and content creators are on YouTube that have made videos on the Taiwanese version referencing kind of the buffed version for Endeavor. I think to like not announce any changes is like a really, really scummy thing to do as well. So I thought to show Endeavor in a slightly longer scenario, because again, looking in the future, we got like 9-player raids coming, man, and co-op is like a very big thing, especially toward the end game, because you need to farm out a lot of level 60 dungeons at like floor 10 to 15, and we don't quite have the hardest dungeons unlocked yet. But let's see how he performs in co-op here. We got floor 7, so it shouldn't be like too bad. But we'll see like how wrecked we get when it comes to what is it, Endeavor's health decay here. But it's just like a really big con of the character that they've added, which at least to me seems like very unnecessary for the level of like balance in comparison to other top tier characters. Because again, he's kind of sitting at this level where Ida and All Might, Ida's just like crazy broken, dude. I cannot get numbers on any character close to what I can get on Ida. I'm passing like 300,000 plus DPS on Ida now, and I don't even have him like, what is it, triple S plus. You can see here, just like holding on to this as well, man. If you don't get rid of it, even just like, you know, knocking about here, man, we're taking like massive, massive decay. Our health is just getting absolutely plummeted. And yeah, you should just have that ability to like dump Q, cool off, and like fully heal up. And I think to like nerf it so severely as well, it's just like, I don't know, it's just like a massive squeeze to the global players, man. And I'm just disappointed to see this kind of stuff. You know, I want this game to be run by a competent team of professionals. Like, that's my my ambitious wish for My Hero, the Strongest Hero, which at the moment sounds like a little bit of a pipe dream, but you know, maybe one day it could happen. Right, let's pick this up here. We got the clones incoming now. I don't think we can get away with using the ultimate, but look how low my health is getting, man. This is just ridiculous at this point. And this is floor 7. With some of my whale friends, dude, we're literally like farming floors like 18 to 20 at the moment, and 20 is a whole new ball game, man. 19's hard, but 20 is like twice as hard as 19 in comparison. It scales up like exponentially at those kind of levels. So let's track down the spear. Let's pick it up again. And there is like a, you know, a bit moving about, a bit of managing the spear and other resources when it does come to Endeavor as well. But yeah, look at the kind of range we're like forced to play in, man. Especially like, you know, once you start getting a little bit of lag as well, and if you just like fail to avoid something, you're just gonna get absolutely rinsed in certain areas. Probably should have gone for the All Might assist there, just to like group everybody together. Let's chuck off the Q. Let's charge up again if we can. We're gonna dump this. I think I've like barely spent any time above 50% for the most part here. To be fair, I'm still like, the damage is still carrying these boys, man. So either player needs he needs a few classes, man. He needs a couple of lessons there. Let's move on to the next wave, and I think we can just go for this, and let's activate the special attack now once we've got everybody grouped up. Oh yeah, man. Okay, that's pretty good. I think that was like the assist stacking with the special damage as well on top of that. But that was a good time, man. That actually worked out really, really nicely. I'm unfortunately, because I turned the settings up just so you can see like the flashy Endeavor animations, getting a little bit of lag, a little bit of fight back. But look at that, man. I'm literally on like 5% health here. It's ridiculous. Oh, I'm gonna need to cool off and dump this. But yeah, he's just super, super high risk to play now. And he's still got a decent reward. I just feel like, what was it, in comparison to All Might now, like All Might in the current state of Endeavor, just practically speaking, is like twice as good. Just because of like this massive con of literally having to fight on no health for all of the fight, which means you need to pay a lot more attention to the fight. Whereas with All Might, you can just face roll, dude. He just like, he ignores like everything, man. There's way too many immunity frames and far too much damage reduction and healing on All Might. He is just he's just way too good, man. Okay, right, let's charge up. Let's go for this. Chuck off this. Fantastic. We're gonna pick this up. Gonna smash him with one of these bad boys. Let's go for a big charge. One thing I do like about it, I love the flame aura, man. Like every what is it, 4 seconds when you've got the lance active, he applies, I think, a 10% damage increase to the opponent, plus I think he deals a little bit of damage as well if you are attacking. So yeah, this actually works out really, really nicely. Okay, let's see if this still connects, man. Is yeah, oh, I think he just bumped his shield, which is really, really annoying. I think it was mainly like All Might's assisting the what is it, lion's share of the damage there. Can we like cancel this special halfway through? I don't think we can. Again, I've just got Endeavor this morning, so I'm still like not the best player, man. I've got a lot to learn when it comes to kind of max out Endeavor. But here you can see we're literally on death's door. I'm surprised. Oh, I was gonna say I'm surprised I've managed to stay alive. And as soon as I said that, I got killed by the shark. So that's it's brilliant, isn't it? But look, I want to be this team's #1 hero, man. But how am I meant to do that if I force play on 20% health, manage charging skills, fetching skills? But you know, we still had a good run there, man. We still got like 10.5 million. And Endeavor in his current state, he's playable for the stuff where you're kind of like punching at the same level and punching down. But for the really sweaty stuff, again, you're going to encounter huge problems trying to climb, what is it, mountains of difficult content, and challenges that actually kind of advance your account and roster with this dude. So yeah, it's just really, really unfortunate that he's had such a big reduction to pretty much the core loop of the character. Again, if you're a skilled player, you can still get away with some really nice numbers on Endeavor, but it just makes him very risky, and there's not like that huge upside on the reward in comparison to other characters for like the level of risk and management involved in playing Endeavor. So I'd really appreciate if the developers, you know, hopefully today could come out with some sort of statement, update on why they changed Endeavor. Was it a mistake? Was it done intentionally? And also, you know, if they're doing stuff like this in the future, which they shouldn't be doing, like they need to communicate it very clearly beforehand so people are aware before summoning, because if not, you know, people will watch Taiwanese videos and showcases that have been done many times on that version and think they're getting, you know, this character, when really they're getting a character that is substantially different in terms of the way that he functions in the game. So yeah, I think it's just like a really scummy thing to do, and I really hate to see it, and I think this has definitely upset a lot of people in the community today. And again, I mentioned a couple of weeks ago, if they just keep on making shitty decisions like this, I've seen so many talks and discussions today about, you know, boycotts, 1-star review bombs, and the more they do this stuff, the louder those voices and discussions get. And at this point, I kind of want to allow them time to respond to this, like a few days. But at the same time, like, I'm not happy, I'm not impressed by it. But the more they do this, again, the quicker people will be on the trigger to you know, start 1-star review bombing, boycotting the game, and it just gets really messy from then onward. So yeah, global developers, please stop making shitty decisions, man. Like, I just want to have fun playing this game and stop just like fucking everything over. That'd be greatly appreciated. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and if you did enjoy today's Nerf video, please do smash that like button. That'd be greatly appreciated. Thank you all very much for watching. Take care, and I hope that you have an absolutely fantastic day.
You are not subscribed to the whale sin of spending? Who decided that? Subscribe now, or enjoy the bitter taste of regret.